saw the Chris Farley autopsy photos today, which were not cool.
Rest in peace.
I was a big Farley fan.
You want to give a plug to CelebrityMorgue.com?
CelebrityMorgue.com, the greatest place to masturbate.
Cha-ching.
Talking about going through a box of Kleenex.
But why do you want to see dead famous people so badly?
You know why? Because it just makes me realize how short life is. And it's I watch a lot of gross, disgusting shit, like people falling out of buildings, and I've seen a lot of people commit suicide in my life. I lived, my family's house was on a bridge, on this big wooden bridge, and basically every day people would jump off and kill themselves. I spoke to my friend today. He was from LA. He's in LA, and we both saw two girls jump off my bridge and kill themselves. I asked Jeff, that's a true story.
That's the worst story. Don't go into the details of it because it's one of the most disturbing things.
Yeah.
Were they hot at least? No, don't talk. Can you talk about it?
They were cold. You know what I mean? No, it was fucking brutal. And this was a friend of mine. One of the girls that jumped was a friend of mine. And I just seen, at schools, I was at a bus stop, and some lady fell like 22 stories in front of me and my friends, and I just fainted. Like, it was fucking brutal.
You do have a lot of weird things like that happening. Ronald Reagan just drove up.
Yeah, well, we talked about that before. But no, I've seen a lot of bodies and weird shit and a lot of corpses, but enough about
my wife.
And your bedroom.
Oh. It's funny, a lot of stories that you tell I would think were bullshit because there's too many of them that happen to you, but they are, when I verify them, they check out.
Well,
crazy.
I'm 45 now,
He's seen things, Jeff. I know. He's seen some crazy shit.
Yeah, and I'm a total internet guy. So, when Lady Di dies, I go and look at the pictures of her, and I'm really good at finding, like, if you go on my Facebook, I've made it kind of a career of outputting really funny kind of viral videos before people find them, and I've made videos viral, and I'm really good at finding that shit. So, and then, I have a lot of fans who send me stuff as well. So just over the years, over the past decade, I've had this little community of content that gets shared between me and my pals. And
there's a lot that you don't even share. One of my favorite things is Farfur.
Oh, Farfur.
Farfur.
Oh, my God. Okay, first of all, if you go to, like, Memory TV or...
It's MEMRI, not memory. Memory.
Yeah.
TV.
So the Palestine...
Memory?
Yeah, so Hamas made, like, there's this little kid show for, like, Palestinian kids, and one of the lovable characters in it is this Mickey Mouse character called Farfur.
Well, it's a guy in a Mickey Mouse costume, but they call him Farfur.
Yeah, so they make this character really loved by the children, and then they take him in front of this fake Israeli guy who murders him and his grandfather.
In front of the children on TV.
He beats them up and murders him, and just so they'll tie bombs to themselves and, blow themselves up.
It's mind-blowing. Watch it.
And then they have this other, Bumblebee, Hamim, or I don't know, anyways, that's always asking for the children to be martyrs and kill themselves for Farfur. So, listen, I wanted to kill myself when I lost my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle job, but it's just...
I noticed you still had that on your resume. I don't think people care about that anymore.
It was a big show.
And it was a big show. It's kind of been a long time, though.
Yeah, I just filled out my resume for these award show that we're doing. They asked me for my bio. They said, Kenny, send a picture and send a bio and a clip. So it's really fun. So for the clip, I saved this Single White Spenny commercial, and I wanted to send it to them so that when they announced Triumph for the Will, the big award show in Canada from the best comedy series, they show like this horrible commercial for Single White Spenny. And but I figured, oh fuck, I better be cool and not fucking dick around with the Academy. Cause, they're really nice that they voted for me.
We should do a plug so people will vote. Should we for Triumph of the Will? Well, there's a...
you can vote for Triumph of the Will. I don't even know if you can do that anymore, but go ahead. It's on my website. Yeah, vote for me. But anyways, and then I did this bio, and I was really, I want people to sit there and read my bio, like Gulf War journalist and South Park writer, and like I really wanted to lay it on so thick. So I wrote this paragraph, which is pretty well all true, just about like I started making movies when I was 6, and I won all these awards, and it just seems. So, anyways, I said it was just so thick, and I laid it on. First Canadian, only registered Canadian artist to document the Gulf War in '91. I didn't mention I was only Israel, and I wasn't fucking hoofing it with the troops in Iraq, but stuff like that. So it was it's true, but it's still really I laid it on thick, and I sent it to Jeff, and it ended up being like 3 sentences. I sent him like the diarrhea of Anne Frank. It was like. Probably, it was so big. I mean,
you had your middle name and your birth date in there.
Well, I stole that from Wiki.
Yeah, like no one cares that you got a camera when you were 6.
There's some really weird stuff. So I just got I get a lot of Google alerts about me, and some kid wrote, some Google alert popped up about some kid saying his big break came when Kenny Hotz from Kenny vs. Spenny asked him to write the soundtrack for the show. I'm like, what? People say
they made it up.
Yeah, they made it up, and it's like, but it's on the top of Google right now. I don't know, maybe his dad's like a rich lawyer or something. So,
well, I guess speaking of award shows, they've got the Oscars. Somebody asked me to print up the Oscar ballot sheet.
That is nobody wants to do that.
I want to know Jeff's Oscar picks. Why do you do that? Why do you care?
Me personally?
Yeah, I don't care.
I want to know your picks.
Oh, you wanted me to fill it out?
Yeah. Why don't you go through the motions?
I don't even know why people. We're in the industry. I don't even know why people watch the Oscars. You watching them, Kenny?
I watch them. I actually went to the Oscars with my friend Larry Henkin. Okay, true story. My friend Larry Henkin, you may recognize him from Seinfeld. They casted him as Kramer. He stole the raisins. He was also Mr. Heckles and Friends. He's done he was in Barney Miller and Happy
Breaking
Days.
Bad?
But he was in Breaking Bad. He was a junkyard guy. He's probably one of the oldest, most recognizable character actors in American history. And he invited me to the Oscars. So we go and we both rent these, shitty Mexican tuxedos. And this was 2008. And we go to the Oscars, and it was fucking out of control. It was like when you're because he was nominated for an Oscar in the 60s for a short movie he made. And when you're down there on the carpet, it's fucking crazy. So first of all, I'm walking down the carpet, and Ben Mulrooney sees me, and I'm a friend of Ben, and he goes, Kenny Hotz, how? And then the second he starts talking, oh my God, there's Seal and what's her name?
Heidi Klum.
And there's Seal and Heidi. I was like, he broke the sound barrier. He moved so quickly to Seal and Heidi. It was unbelievable. Anyways, what's with Seal's face? What is that? No one's ever explained it.
It's kind of dimply, huh? I think it was a virus.
Was it a virus?
Yeah, it had something happened.
Like a flesh-eating disease?
Yeah, I think that might be what it was. The actual flesh-eating disease.
Oh my God.
Certainly some flesh-eating disease.
Listen, if Heidi was my wife, I'd give her the flesh-eating disease.
Hey,
if you know what I mean.
I don't.
I'd wear her vagina like a shower cap.
Sorry?
I would.
Okay.
And so anyway, I went to the Oscars. I'm at the Oscars, and I'm just hanging out there, and I get fucking blasted, like blind wasted, because it's so boring, and it's just free booze. So I sat outside, and I'm getting fucking blasted, and I see this bald black guy running after me. Looked like Scatman Crothers.